Today we're going to journey into the incredible depths of space to talk about one of humanity's most poetic and honestly most ambitious projects ever, the Voyager Golden Record. So try to wrap your head around this. Right now, the Voyager 1 space probe is more than 15 billion miles away from us. It's just hurling through that silent, cold emptiness between the stars. That's so far away that if you sent it a message traveling at the speed of light, it would take over 22 hours just to get there. It is, without a doubt, the most distant thing we have ever sent from home.
And here's the amazing part. Bolted to its side is a message. It's a golden time capsule from Earth. A hello from all of us to the rest of the cosmos. So, what exactly does it say? What message is it carrying on our behalf?
To really understand this cosmic message in a bottle, we've got to go back a bit. We need to look at how this incredible journey started and the very special cargo it took with it. So, picture it. Out there in that vast emptiness, we have two probes, Voyager 1 and its twin, Voyager 2, just coasting into the great unknown. They're our farthest-flung emissaries, our silent scouts, but they're carrying way more than just scientific instruments. They're carrying the story of us.
Now imagine someone gave you that job, creating that story. Summarize all of humanity, our art, our science, our feelings, for an audience you know absolutely nothing about. In doing that, you're not just saying hello, you're forced to hold up a mirror and decide what's really important about us. I mean, talk about an impossible task.
And the pressure on the team that had to do this was just immense. Back in 1977, NASA got a small committee together, led by the legendary astronomer Carl Sagan, and gave them that exact job: create a message from humanity to the cosmos. And their deadline, get this, a frantic, almost impossible 6 weeks. Out of that sprint came the Voyager Golden Record.
So what is this thing physically? Well, it's a 12-inch gold-plated copper disc. You can basically think of it like a really, really durable vinyl record, but one that's engineered to survive for 1 billion years out in space. Its purpose was simple, but also just so profound. Tell the story of our world to anyone or anything that might find it one day. And Carl Sagan just captured the whole spirit of it perfectly. He knew the chances of it ever being found were practically zero, but he believed that just the act of sending it, of trying to reach out, says something very hopeful about life on this planet. You know? It was pure optimism. Okay, so the big question. What did they actually put on this thing? How on earth did they decide to paint a portrait of our entire planet?
Well, since the choices were basically impossible, the committee decided to go for a bit of everything. The record has 115 images, a whole collection of sounds from nature and from us, spoken greetings in 55 different languages, and about 90 minutes of music from cultures all over the globe.
And the music they picked? It's just fantastic. It's got everything. You've got the pure mathematical genius of Bach right next to the revolutionary energy of Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Goode. It has haunting Peruvian panpipes, ancient songs from Australian Aboriginals, and a Navajo chant. It really is the ultimate mixtape for the universe. But it wasn't just music. They also included the basic soundtrack of life on Earth. So you have the sounds of wind, and rain, and ocean surf, and then they got really intimate. They included the sound of a kiss, a mother's first words to her newborn baby, the songs of humpback whales, and of course, the universal sound of human laughter. And maybe the most profound sound on the whole record is this one. Anne Druin, the project's creative director, actually had her brainwaves and heartbeat recorded while she was meditating on the idea of love. Just think about that. Encoded on this disc, flying through the cosmos, is the electrical signature of a human being falling in love. A final, incredibly personal message. So, with all that decided and pressed onto the record, it was time. Time to seal up this message and send it off on its journey into the great unknown. So, in the late summer of '77, the two finished records were put in these protective cases, mounted to the sides of Voyager 1 and 2, and launched. And that was it. It must have felt like such an emotional farewell, sending this little piece of ourselves on a one-way trip to the stars. Of course, you have to wonder, what good is a record if you don't know how to play it? Well, the team thought of that. They etched a set of instructions right onto its cover, using symbols they hoped might be universally understood. The diagrams literally show you how to play the record with the needle and cartridge that came with it. It's a total message of trust, just hoping that whoever finds it will be smart enough and curious enough to figure it out. That all happened nearly half a century ago.
Which brings us to today, and what the ultimate legacy of this golden record really is.
For over 45 years now, that record has just been flying. Silently. It's now far beyond our solar system. And it serves as this beautiful testament to a moment in our history when humanity, with all our flaws and problems, paused, looked up at the stars together, and decided to just introduce itself with hope.
And here's where the scale of it all really hits you. An average human life is, what, about 80 years? This golden record is designed to last for at least 1 billion years. It's going to outlive us. It's going to outlive our cities, probably everything we've ever built. It might be the last piece of us left.
And when you think about that, you start to realize maybe its true audience was never some alien civilization. Maybe it was us. The whole process of making it, of forcing ourselves to decide what is beautiful and important about our world, that was an incredibly rare moment of global self-reflection. It was a mirror we held up to ourselves.
So I'll leave you with this question. The world has changed so much since 1977. If you were on that committee today, what would you put on our golden record? What song, what sound, what image do you think best captures who we are right now? It's a really big question, and it's definitely worth thinking about.